Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So this is War number 5, and it is Season 5 of Alliance War. And you can see who we are going up against, and this is going to be a fight. It is New York City Guardians, and they are a master level alliance. So we knew going into this that it was going to be an extremely tough war. But we felt we could do it. So the word came down to make sure we boost up and basically give it 110%. So you see I'm scouting out my path, and they didn't put any defenders on those first couple of nodes. I was very happy about that. And then I'm looking there, I see the tech, so I know I can pick up a mission, and I see that mutant, and I can pick up another mission for Corvus. And then I can take him in there against Morningstar because he does well against Morningstar, especially since I am currently running suicides and I have willpower. Anytime I get a bleed, since Corvus does not take any bleed damage, but he does get the bleed debuff, it triggers willpower, and so I end up healing off of bleeds, at least while he has the charges active. And if he loses those charges, it gets purified. So he is a very good option for Morningstar. So I go in here and I'm like, okay, I can absolutely not die. We are going up against the toughest opponent that we have faced since I've been in the Alliance, which has not been that long, admittedly. But this is a master level alliance. So we are the underdogs, and even if we lose, we want to fully clear this, no matter what, so that we can get those points. Alright, so the first fight up is a Mystic, 5-star Awakened. I take a look at the profile. I see a 5-star Awakened Dr. Voodoo. So that is who I'm thinking this can be. Of course, it doesn't have to be. It can be someone, just in his roster. I will get Scouter Lens. I can see how useful it is when I watch Brian Grant or someone else that has Scouter Lens. I'm just waiting until I switch out of my suicides, which I will do probably after this war sometime. But when I do that, then I'm going to go ahead and unlock Scouter Lens and pick it up. Alright, so you can see I am boosting up, not big boost, but I have a few of these little boosts. So don't think I'm going to need any heavy boosts for this, and I won't have enough energy in order to make the most of them. But as you can see, we guessed right. It is Dr. Voodoo who was in his profile. So not a hard fight at all. Honestly, I did not have to boost up, and this is really the only fight that I'm planning to use Hyperion on. Now, I don't have a problem fighting Dr. Voodoo. I remember when I did, and I remember getting wrecked by him. But I learned, and we're good. Me and him have a great relationship now. I hit him, he lays down. It's all good. Alright, so now at this point, this is the last fight I know I'm going to be doing this night before I go to bed. So I'm just using up my energy, and this was as much as I could get to, and I wouldn't go any further because I want to have 5 energy when I start on these last ones. But I do want to just kind of get an idea of who it was, but I don't see any tech champions at all in his profile, so really have no idea who this is. Alright, so now I've gotten my sleep, and we're at 5 energy. So you can see I went in and boosted up, and I was not playing around. I didn't do a 30% boost, but I think the 20% plus the little 10% is fine. It's probably overkill, but I'd rather overkill. And it is a Sentinel. So I'm just like, okay, well, that's interesting. But Corvus shouldn't have any problem fighting a Sentinel. One of the ways that you fight Sentinel to avoid him getting all those charges up is you hit him with a medium, light, medium combo, which happens to be Corvus's greatest damage rotation. So it's perfect. Now, you guys saw at the end of that fight, I fired off my L2 and it didn't take him out. I misjudged just a little bit. And of course, since I'm running suicides, I did take that recoil damage, but didn't really matter. You'll be able to see Corvus's health in a minute here. All right, so I'm not too worried. He has a little bit of health gone. And I went in here because I was thinking I want to pick up another mission, possibly, hoping that maybe it was a Spider-Man, but it turns out to be a Hulk Ragnarok. So I'm just like, okay, well, that's not a problem. I don't get hit with his special one, and he's an Avenger, so I can pick up another mission anyway. It wasn't the mission I thought I was going to pick up, but I got a mission anyway. All right, so now I'm doing pretty good. We've got a mutant here, and I know I can pick up another mission here as well. Now, those last couple of fights, I had that power start, the advanced power boost. So I started with 1 bar of power, and that is huge for Corvus. That is so useful for him because you want to do as much damage as quickly as possible. So you can see here, I started with 1 bar. So it's going to take me much less hits, so I'll use less charges to get to my L2. Now, because I'm running suicides, I almost didn't want to, fire it off, too soon, but as you saw, I was able to take him out. I actually thought about trying to get the evade mission there, but with Nightcrawler, it's sometimes really tricky, and then I switched him, and I was like, okay, well, now I'm not going to be able to, so let me just take him out. So last fight that I had on my path is Morningstar. So I look at my boost. The advanced power boost is already gone, but the boost that I still have active there should be more than enough to handle this Morningstar. Now, I'm always nervous about fighting Morningstar because I often get clipped by her. I don't know if it's her animations or just something about her. I get clipped a lot, and it's usually in Alliance War. Not so much like in Arena or Alliance Quest, but in Alliance War, it happens. Alright, so my strategy here is to bait out her special ones as much as possible. Alright, but I'm going to push her to her L2. It seems like, in addition to the power gain, they may have Mystic Dispersion. I'm not sure, but it looked like it. She was gaining power pretty good, but not sure. So I'm just sitting here doing that dance, and she's already almost to half health. So I'm not worried. Corvus can rip her apart. Chances are, even if I wanted to, I could probably have taken an L3 and still finished her off. So you see here, I don't want to push her too close to that L3 though, because I'm not sure. So I baited out the special one. She had me in a corner, and then I fired that off and prayed, and look how close I was to that L3. And I got too happy there and tried to follow up the her L2, but that time I didn't. And boom, down goes Morningstar. So I was able to complete my path. It was pretty easy this time because they didn't place any defenders, so I had less fights to really deal with. So now we just have to find out how we did against this pretty beefy alliance. So I'll be back to let you guys know how we did. And as you can see, we lost. These guys were tough. They died only 3 times. Their defense was crazy. So many rank 5s, but you know what they say. You learn a lot from losing, and we will take what we've learned from this loss into future wars. We will be refining our team so as best to utilize each player. The only disappointing thing was that we weren't able to get 3 full clears or even get all 3 bosses down, but considering who we were up against, I think we did fairly well. So that's going to do it, guys. Click like, subscribe, leave a comment, and you guys have a blessed day.